San Da, also known as Sancho, originates 80 years ago with the Chinese military. San Da is both a curriculum of techniques and also a specific training methodology designed to develop fighting skills quickly and efficiently. In China, they say San Da has 4 skills. T is to kick, Da is to strike, Shuai is to throw, and Na refers to joint locks and chokes, what we today call submissions. The reason we put on shin guards, not to protect the person that we're kicking, it's to protect ourselves, okay? Just in case anybody's wondering. Sometimes people come in and they go, I don't need shin guards. When you kick an elbow or a knee, you're going to discover that you need shin guards. Okay, so I'm going to start off by talking about the correct way to kick the legs. When you kick, it's like a hook. It's coming straight across. It's coming parallel to the floor. A lot of ways that are wrong, and it always aggravates me. There are 2 ways you can throw a kick. You can do it standing still or with a step. But they both have in common the idea that you're turning your hip and you're not leaning your head forward into the person. When you lean your head forward, we call it shrimping because you curl up like a shrimp. You do not want to shrimp. I always say you have 4 basic kicks. So I'm not going to kick actually Tim, but I'm going to show you what the targets are. The first most basic thing you should learn how to do is kick the thigh. And again, you want to come straight through. Like if he wasn't there, you're actually coming through. Don't kick to his leg, kick through his leg. Let's first talk about the one where I'm standing still. So I'm going to ball my front foot, which is my left foot. I'm going to pivot on that ball of that foot. My hips and my shoulders are going to turn. It's going to bring the kick around. Look at my hips and my shoulders. On the ball of my foot, turn my hips and my shoulders. My head is actually going to go back so my hips can go forward. And I'm hitting with the shin on the middle of his thigh. Kicking his ass is the expression. It is not a martial arts technique. The other one is step. Very commonly taught, which is I take a little step with my left so that I get a little bit of an angle. It's like a 7-star step. Step and kick. So, I want to make sure my hips and my shoulders turn so that I'm kicking like this and through. The other thing about when you don't turn your shoulders, everybody turns their hips because they know they want to hit hard. But if I'm kicking him like this with my body square, he throws the cross and smacks me in the face. If I turn the shoulder, when he throws the cross, you can see that my shoulder is in between my face and his cross. Also, it gives me a little bit, you shouldn't be leg kicking from here, right? This is boxing range, right? He throws jab cross here, 1, 2. Why would I kick him in the legs when I could just as easily just use my hands and not leave both of my feet, my feet off the ground? I'm much more stable with both feet on the ground. The only reason I should kick is because he's too far away for me to use my hands. So people go, well, here I can't kick him. Well, yeah, because you're not turning your body. You'll get like 3 to 6 inches easily by turning your hips and shoulders in. On my foot, I turn, boom. Normally this hand, when I do the right kick, is going to come down to help me turn my hip. So my left hand is going to come up to my shoulder and in front of my face to block any potential counter punch. And then the final thing you always want to do when you kick is the other hand waves bye-bye. Because again, if he throws that cross, I'd rather have him punch my hand than punch my face. So, in place and step. In place and step. So again, we have the thigh kick. Boom. We have the body kick, which is the ribs. He'll just block it with his elbow. Boom. Ah. Those are the 2 most basic ones. If you're flexible enough, obviously you can go for the neck. Boom. And then the one that people think is easy, but is actually kind of hard, is kicking the calf. Wham. Because people tend to do this as opposed to like really getting that pull through. People find it very hard to get that turn the hip, turn the shoulder, and pull through at the calf. But once you get it, it's a really good kick, especially if the guy's a boxer, because when he boxes, he has a tendency to put weight on his front leg. So, if Tim throws first basic round kick to my thigh, right? He's targeting my thigh, he's not targeting my hip. Kicking my butt is an expression, it's not a martial art technique. When he does that, what I want to do is pick my knee up to block it. I want to use my knee and my shin, and that's why we're wearing shin guards, so that he doesn't mess up his shin by kicking my knee. But notice I don't pick it up here. If I pick it up here, he's still going to actually hit my leg, and he's going to actually spin me around. I got to open my hip in. I'm kind of meeting him halfway. I'm kind of checking his leg. I always say the best basic counter punch that you always have at the beginning is just right cross. So we're basically just block and cross. He's going to come, block, come down, cross. Right? He can either he's giving me the glove as a target. Boom. That's not how he'd block it. That's him helping me do the drill. If he was blocking, he would block it with his other hand. Exactly. You can decide whether you want to just help the guy work or you want to work your side also. In other words, he could just be drilling me, in which case every time I come, he gives me the glove to punch. That's him helping me work out. If we're both working at the same time, he'll kick, come back, and be ready to block my cross. I happen to prefer those drills. I like when both sides are working because it helps me work my defense and countering, and it helps him work his offense without forgetting that there's always a counterattack coming back. He comes low, check, cross. If he comes to my body, my ribs, I use my elbow. Just drop it a little bit. I don't want to drop my hand, because if I drop my hand, it opens up the side of my face. I keep my chin down, I just drop my elbow a little bit. I don't turn, because if I turn, when he comes in, he actually kicks me in the spine and the kidneys. I just drop the elbow, and then cross. Now the one thing you'll notice is that I always teach my guys to kick and pull their leg back. He kicks and pulls his leg back. So that when I have to cross, it's not going to land. I always have to shuffle in if I want to counter. Same thing when he goes low. I check. I have to shuffle in. I teach that specifically because if the guy doesn't shuffle in, you're safe. A lot of other schools, for whatever reason that they have, but the one danger of it, they kick and they step down. Like they do drills where they go across the floor. If he kicks and steps down, he's stepping right into my cross. That's why we don't do that. This is going to be the really hard part. Can everyone count to 4?
Yes.
Yeah, a couple of you are not going to be able to do it. We call these Holland drills because they come from Holland. They're basically punches to set up the kicks. It's very unlikely against somebody that's got any kind of skill that if I just try to kick him, things are going to go well. He's going to block it, he's going to counter with punches, he's going to step in and catch the kick, he's going to take me down. Ideally, the Holland style of Thai boxing, they throw a bunch of punches and they just cover up and then they go low with the kicks. The punches set up the kicks are all set up, it's very important. In San Da especially because they specialize in catching the kicks. If you just throw the kicks, you get taken down. When you're doing MMA, there are people that are really, really good in the same way of just catching the kick. So first you want to throw some punches. Even if you know they're going to block them, well, they're going to block them up here. The general rule is, if I punch with my left, I kick with my right. If I punch with my right, I kick with my left. So I've got 1 kick. I've got 1, 2, left kick. I've got 1, 2, 3, right kick. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, left kick. So, I jab, he'll parry it. For now, we're going to absorb the kick because he wants to get somewhat used to getting kicked, and I want to make sure that I'm kicking the correct place, which is the middle of the thigh. Not his butt, not his knee. I go 1, 2. I don't really take a step forward, I take a step to the corner. I angle off, kick here. Now for the street, I can do that, but for class, let's not do that. So just make sure you're coming across. I go 1, 2, 3, right kick. And I do 1, 2, 3, 4, left kick. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And a fun way that we do this drill is we do minute intervals alternating, where I say 4, 4, 3, 1, and then the bell rings, and it's his turn to lead me. 3, 1, 2, 3, kick, 2, 1, 2, kick, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so you're leading them, because this gets you up on the balls of your feet. It gets you used to throwing punches and then kicks. It gets your flow going really well. 4-minute round, so I'm either kicking on first and third, or I'm kicking on second and fourth.